something right as I pressed the start stream button, so hopefully the audio didn't sound weird there for a second. But hopefully, if it did, hopefully it's better now. But hello. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, wow. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Hi, Sterling. Hope you've been well. It's been a couple days, I think. Wednesday? I think was it Tuesday? I don't know. Congrats on getting first, Sterling. Mwah. 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 But I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good week. It's Friday. We're almost to the weekend. We're almost there. We hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing well. Mwah. How are you, Well? How are you, Sterling? Hope you guys are doing all right. Give me one moment. I need to pull up chat on my phone here. Just got done sucking at Rivals of Aether 2. I haven't played Rivals of Aether 2. I have Rivals of Aether 1 on my Xbox. I've had it for a while. I don't know, I just really like the pixel art style, and all the mods and stuff for the first Rivals of Aether was really cool. Like, there was just hundreds and hundreds of modded characters of like giant Ronald McDonald and a traffic light that crashed my friend's Steam Deck or whatever. Sorry, that was gross. Apologize. The first fighting game you've ever played is so fun. Rivals of Aether is very fun. I haven't played Rivals of Aether 2. It does look cool. Oh, and it is Friday. It is Friday. So, it is Femboy Friday. I did remember to post thighs today. So there are fresh thighs on Twitter and Blue Sky today. If you're interested, they're there. I believe I wore some knee highs and then a pair of thigh highs. But they're there. And of course, the backlog of the previous weeks and stuff, if you've missed those as well, they're also still there. They're also still there. But please do not make a Twitter or Blue Sky account just to look at my legs. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Well. At least choose Blue Sky. Yeah, Blue Sky seems like a nicer place. So if you're in the Discord, you saw it last night, but on the last ASMR stream, I yapped for like an hour about how Temtem sucks and you should play Koromon and Cassette Beasts instead. And then before I went to bed, I checked my notifications just because. And the official Koromon Twitter and Blue Sky account liked both messages, the tweet and the message on Blue Sky. And on Blue Sky, they commented and said, "Oh, thanks for the love for Koromon." I'm like, "Oh, you're welcome." Of course, I felt so spoiled by the game. It was just surreal that like they liked it, and I was like crapping on Temtem. I don't know. Um, I don't know if I've had like dev game accounts like things before. I'm pretty sure Koromon might have liked some of the tweets when we were playing Koromon. Um, and I don't know. It was just like, whoa, that's crazy. Um, so yeah, play Koromon. Play Koromon. Yes, there's slides on Twitter and Blue Sky. There's different ones on both. I tried to mix things up so some fly pics on Twitter are different from the ones on Blue Sky today. It's not that big of a deal, but I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. But yeah, they're there. Oh, there's the outbreak. But you have a sub, Sterling, so you can hear me. I don't need to worry about that then. But I haven't worn those knee highs in a while. At least taken pictures of them in a while. Yeah, there's some solid socks. They kind of squeeze my knees, but they're not as like comfortable as something like almost knee length wool socks that you wear when you do on the construction site or anything. But those are also way warmer. All right, you want a good boy, Sterling? Okay, we can do that. Who do you play in Rivals of Aether, Sterling? I played. I really like Crag. I believe his name is Crag, the big rhinoceros beetle guy. Raster, that's the bird guy, right? With the goggles and the scarf. I believe that's Raster. Yeah, okay. Oh, cause he's a bird, of course, of course, of course. Of course. Of course. Oh, when we played Power Wash Simulator, we're at a level now where we're in like the desert, power washing an ancient statue that they found, and in the background there's bird calls, and I was wondering if you knew what bird was making the calls, but I don't think you were there, and we only played it for like it was a whole stream, I think, but it's fine. I would attempt to replicate it for you, but yeah, we'll probably play some Power Wash Sim tomorrow. Probably. Sterling, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the streams. Thank you, thank you. Good boy, Sterling. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Sterling. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Sorry, burp. Sorry, I had to clear my throat.
Sterling, thank you for being you are. Doing what you do. I think things are on the better place. In my humble opinion, anyway. Good boy, Sterling. You're a very, very good boy. Good boy, Sterling. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Sterling. Good boy. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Such a good boy. Very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Sterling. Good boy. Oh, good boy. A very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, Sterling. Good boy. Good boy.
There you go, Sterling. Thank you for the good boy redeem, sweetheart. Thank you. Hope that was alright for you, sweetheart. Thank you. It is a very cute emote. It is a very cute emote. It's very cute. Hi, CJ. I'm doing good, sweetheart. How are you? I just finished eating dinner. We had some, we call it's beef and mac, right? It's like the Hungry Helper kind of deal. It's not, we don't use like a Hungry Helper, hamburger helper, sorry, hamburger helper box or anything. We just make like Kraft mac and cheese and then mix in ground beef, yeah, and some salsa. Um, it was good. My sister made it. It's one of the few meals she knows how to make, and she made it for everybody today. Um, we call it when we were very little. When we had it for the first time, we called it Mac and Cheese 2, like it was the sequel to Mac and Cheese, because we didn't know what Burger Mac was, or it was called Burger Mac. So we just call it Mac and Cheese 2, because it's mac and cheese plus more. You know, there's beef and uh, salsa and stuff in there. So my tummy is nice and full of Burger Mac now. It's very warm, which is nice because my fingers were pretty cold earlier. If mac and cheese is so good, how come there isn't mac and cheese too? Right? It is mac and cheese too. Uh, but yeah, we've been calling it that. We've been calling it mac and cheese too since I can remember. I don't remember who decided to call it mac and cheese too, if it was me or one of my siblings, but it stuck. It stuck. Um, Electric Boogaloo. um, and you know, when I was little, when you're a little kid, right, you say words kind of funny because you're still like learning how to use your tongue to say words and things, right? You're still learning how to talk. And when I was little, like it's like basically since I was able to talk, I guess, um, I would call a remote control the marote. Instead of remote, it was marote. I don't know if it's because I struggled with my e's or something, but um, my parents, I guess, thought that was so cute that they just started calling it the marote, and then I didn't really notice, like my whole life. And might have been at a friend's house or something, and like, what's that? Oh, it's remote, not marote. So I don't know. Parents do things to you, huh? Give me one moment. I need to blow my nose real quick. Sorry about that. So, did you guys see that they announced the new Pokemon game today, this morning? Or I don't know if it was in the middle of the night for me. I don't know. But XD Gale of Darkness is like finally coming to the Nintendo Switch online service. I wonder if they would if they've been like working on getting it working, or if they've just been holding on to it till like this year. So they're like, oh, it's because and then it's the anniversary of the game as well as Pokemon. That would make sense. Um, and so I had heard about the uh, red and green re-release as like $20 each or like $40 as a for both of them or something. Not on the online service, which I think is I would prefer that over not online, so you could buy it and then just play it. You know, I think a physical release would have been very cool on a cartridge. That would have been neat with both on one cartridge. Um, and then there was I guess there was confusion, or like they didn't outright state that it's going to be supported by Pokemon Home and all that. And then in the Pokemon Direct or whatever, like Pokemon Presents, um, they said that it will eventually have support for Pokemon Home and then all the other games. Then you could send these Pokemon to those games and stuff. So that's good. I think $20 for both of them in a bundle would have been a little better. Would have been a little better. And like some of the stuff on this Pokemon Presents was like really confusing. Like they're releasing a music player shaped like a Game Boy that you put individual cartridges into to play specific tunes from Red and Blue. Um, which is like why do that? I imagine it's very expensive if you want one. I imagine they'll be very expensive. Um, and it just seems kind of weird. It's like you could have just I don't know. I don't know. I suppose maybe it's better than having nothing at all, but I I don't know, man. I don't know. It just kind of seems weird. Like, does the Game Boy come with every single cartridge for every single track in Red and Blue? That'd be better. I hope that you don't have to like track down each individual cartridge with like a 2 minute long chip tune song on it. And then Pokemon Go got some stuff. It's Pokemon Go's 10th year anniversary. And then in the Pokemon Presents, they're like, here's a promo code. So I was like, oh, okay, after my shower, I'll go put that in. Apparently, they took out the ability, you can't just redeem promo codes in the game anymore. You have to go to their website, which, why? Why? That seems so silly. That seems so silly. I don't know. Maybe it's data harvesting to get you to go to their website, and then you're like, oh, it's on this device. I don't know. It just seems silly. Um, Not that I've had the need, and the promo code only gets you like a Kanto starter. No, I can't. Kalos starter, like one of the 3 starters from Kalos. That's it, or maybe 2 of each. I don't know. It was a little confusing as to what the promo code gives you. I don't. Maybe it's you get over the course of like a quest thing, you get 2 of each starter as rewards. I don't know. Um, I only play Pokemon Go because my dad plays it, and it's something to do when I'm sitting in the car, not driving, not driving the car, just sitting in the car. Um, where when I go on walks, I need to start going on walks again. This winter has just been, it took forever to get cold, and then it got really cold, and then so it's getting a little warmer. So maybe next week I'll start going on walks. Um, but yeah. um, Overall, I think it was a pretty good presentation. At the end of it, they're like, "Here's everything we showed you guys. So, in case you forgot something, here's all this stuff." And like, okay, it seems like a lot of stuff, and I don't know. I I haven't been playing TCG Pocket at all. Apparently they're um doing like a 30-year celebration set for the game, and putting a bunch of like old cards in it and stuff, which is neat. Um, and Pokemon Masters or whatever is getting like original red from like the the manga or something. Like the original Ken Sugimori sketch of Red and Pikachu is getting added to the game, and some other stuff like people protagonists or whatever from the Scarlet Violet DLCs with Terrapogos and the and Ogrepon. Um, and then you want to go boy? Wow, okay, okay. Before and the one last thing was the reveal of Gen 10. This is gonna sound like Ben 10. Oh no. Oh no. No, I haven't like been playing the new Pokemon games. I kind of stopped playing them after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because I didn't have a Switch. Um, Nobody in my household had a Switch, and then my brother bought a Switch, so I've played Violet. Uh, I haven't played Sword or Shield, but I've played Violet. um, but like I'm just kind of detached from like playing the games a ton, at least the new games a ton. So like the gaps between generations to me feels a lot shorter than it probably is. Like I remember the transition from the X and Y era of the TCG into Sun and Moon was like a big deal. Or like we're finally moving on from X and Y stuff, because that felt like forever, and then Sun and Moon felt forever, at least in the TCG. And then Sword and Shield is already over, and we're in Scarlet and Violet already. Like this feels so much faster, but maybe because I'm disengaged from from it more than I was when I was younger. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But they start the reveal of Gen 10 with like Pikachu, this sketchbook of like Pikachu going on little adventures in every region, and it was very sweet. And the last page is, um, I don't I didn't remember I don't remember seeing Pikachu in like the Scarlet and Violet uh region at all. After or maybe it did, and I was just was I haven't played it enough to recognize locales or anything. And the last page is like Pikachu on like a boardwalk or a beach. Like, oh, is this like what is this? And then the guy, the cameraman or whatever, opens the door to the room he's in, and then there's a boardwalk. You're like, oh, and then Pikachu's like, whoa, because then the sun comes through the window, like, when you open a chest in Zelda, you're like, oh my goodness, blinding light, and like, okay, they're gonna show us the starters here, and then it cuts to two Pikachu's dancing, and they're in like Hawaiian shirts, and they both have sunglasses. It was very cute. I'm like, okay, interesting. And then it cuts to like whale lords and whalmers and stuff in the water, and I'm like, oh, is this like a new Pokemon Snap? Because this is really pretty. And the last Pokemon game I recall being very pretty is Pokemon Snap 2. Um, and then it keeps going, and then we see the starters. I like I am immediately more feel like more attached to these three new starters than um Sword and Shield. Maybe it's because I haven't played Sword and Shield, but um I don't really like the Sword and Shield starters at all. I think they're probably the weakest out of the weakest three group of three of any generation. Like basic forms and their big third stage forms. I like Scarlet and Violet's more. I think they're just better. Um, and these three I like a lot. I like the gecko that looks like a little pet shop toy. Um, it's cute. It's got a big old noggin, and it's big things with big heads and little bodies are cute because they look like babies, right? In our human lizard brains. And the fire Pomeranian is really good. I like him a lot. And feels the bird is probably the most underwhelming of the three. Um, but we'll see what he evolves into. Um, but I think these three are more just immediately more charming than Scorbunny, Grookey, and Sobble to me. There's no contest. These three are just immediately better. Scorbunny to me always reminded me of that rabbit mascot from the Winter 2000s Olympics, um, because it's a rabbit that does sports, I guess. um, yeah, Rowlet because it's just Rowlet with earbrows. Yeah, the bird feels the least unique, but he has character in like his face and his eyes. Right, they're going for something else here. Uh, he's not as cute, which I think is fine. Um, as a trio, I don't know how they'll work as a trio yet. But like individually, I think they're very good. They're very cute. Um, yeah, and the Fire Pomeranian is like, like, oh my goodness, this thing is so cute. That thing's plushies are gonna go crazy, man. I'm very excited for plushies of that thing. Um, Same with the gecko. Um, we've had like a trend of like, uh, I guess we've always had a trend of having a reptile every starter generation. That's not really new. um, but it's very cute, and we also two generations ago we had a water gecko thing, so I immediately like this one more than Sobble and Grookey, and I think as first stages, Grookey and Score Bunny are okay. Are pretty. I like Score Bunny and Grookey, but they're everyone's middle stages, and um the third stages besides Cinderace are like, okay, this is no. It's meant to be a bean bird because of the region it said in the staple food is chickpeas. Okay, so it's going to be a chicken, maybe, or a rooster. Oh man, this could be Blaziken again, but grass. For the Yeah. Anyway, I just hope the fire starter's not firefighting, and I hope that the gecko and the dog stay on all four legs, uh, and they don't become bipeds. And the bird is already a biped; they can do whatever they want with the bird. But I just hope that they stay on four legs, because I remember my first playthrough of Moon. I picked Litten because Litten's very cute. And then it evolved into Torracat, and then I didn't evolve it at all because I did not like Incineroar. Over time, Incineroar has grown on me, um, but I remember I was like, no, I don't like Incineroar. They don't look like Inteleon, Incineroar, and Decidueye when they finally evolve. Yeah, yeah. I hope they stay unique, and I hope I hope they look good. I hope they look good. I hope they do. Anyway, let's get you your good boy. Wow, sorry. Are you still here? Wow. I'll get you your good boy. Yeah, chickpea. Now I get that now. Um. But yeah. So I was like, oh, is this just like? Before I saw the starters, I was like, this is either Pokemon Snap 3 or more DLC for Scarlet Violet or something. But yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I like them a lot. All right. It's called Winds and Waves. So that's interesting.
Okay. Wow, you're a very, very good boy. Thank you for lurking and chatting and spending time with me on the streams. Wow, thank you, thank you. It's always good to see you. Always good to see you. Wow. You worked very, very hard this week. And I'm very boy, well, good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, well, good boy. A very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, well, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, well, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are such a good boy.
Excuse me, sorry, little burp. There you go. Wow, thank you for being patient with me, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry that took me so long to get to. Um, my gut says it'll be like June or July, maybe. Um, but it could be late 2027. It could be like August, September. I think I remember Scarlet and Violet coming out in the middle of the year. Um, kind of in the summer, so it might be a similar schedule, or similar timing to Scarlet and Violet. Um, I hope they give it the time it needs. Um, Game Freak is working on that the Sacred Beasts or whatever it's called game. So I don't know how many people they have working on the new Pokemon game, but I hope it runs good and I hope it looks good. It probably won't be released for the original Nintendo Switch. I imagine it won't be. Um, by this point, it'll probably be a Switch 2 exclusive. Maybe it depends. Maybe they're waiting to see if how sales are. But I hope it's only on the Switch 2, just so it's not held back by that system. But also, I don't think the Switch 2 is too that much more powerful than a base Switch. But um, anyway, yeah. Because Xbox had this uh, policy where if a game was to release on their consoles, they had to run on both the Series X and the Series S. And that's why Baldur's Gate 3 was done Xbox for like a year, because they couldn't get co-op split screen running on the Series S. And Xbox had to be like, okay, because it was just getting delayed and delayed, and then they're like, "We're working on it, guys. We're having trouble getting co-op to run on the Switch, the Series S." And then I think Microsoft was like, "Okay, we're gonna stop requiring this now because we want the Baldur's Gate 3 money, probably." Um, and so, yeah, I hope this is not like that, where the game's pretty held back, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I think they're a very good trio of little guys. I guess I need to watch the Lockstin and Noggin video to figure out to learn where they came from. What do you think, CJ? Do you think it's gonna be early or middle of the year or late of next year? Because they announced it in February, so I'd hope that's like a year and a half, maybe. So at least from the announcement, I imagine they've been working on this game uh, for at least, I'd hope, like 6 months, for a little while. Happy for like 2027, but you know how impatient the rats are. Yeah. um like I imagine that uh Monster Hunter Stories 3 is going to at least take us to the end of this year. Maybe. Maybe the tail end of this year. Maybe into next year, depending on how much grinding there is and how good the end game is. But um we'll be busy with that game for a while. So personally, I'll be pretty occupied with that game. And I'm only going to be able to play this new Pokemon game if my brother buys it. So, you know, in a year's time. We'll see. I just hope the game runs well and looks nice and is good. I just I just hope it's good, runs well, and looks nice. That's all I'm hoping for, and that there's lots of cool new Pokemon designs to be like, oh, this one's cool. It did look clean, but there was the standard boilerplate. This is early. This is a game in progress. This is a work in progress. So this visuals are subject to change. If that's all like in engine, heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Yeah, I like these starters. I like these starters. And I hope they don't like spoil all the Pokemon before the game comes out. Because with Sun and Moon, they did that. They would like release little, well, like 1 minute videos about like this is a new Pokemon. Because I remember seeing a video like that for like Bruxish. And when I played Sun and Moon for the first time, I was like, I know what all of these evolve into. I knew what everything evolved into, besides like Cutie Fly. So I used Cutie Fly on my team because like I don't know what this is gonna be. And then Rabombi is adorable. I love Rabombi. I love Rabombi. It did look nice. It looked really nice, and there was shots of underwater, so maybe we'll be able to like put on diving suits and like walk around in the water or something. I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So, yeah, Stories 3 is like the only game right now that like I know the release date of and I'm excited for. Because a bunch of the stuff on my Steam wish list has been on there since like the beginning of 2025, and so a lot of them don't have release dates yet. So I'm just waiting for those to come out. Hi DJ, I'm doing good, sweetheart. How are you?
Mwah, 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 mwah.
How are you, DJ? We're talking about the new Pokemon game that they revealed today. From something else I was thinking. Cat from K-pop. Yeah, it looks like like the pose it took and stuff, the 3D model, and the 2D art. It looks better. It doesn't quite look like a Littlest Pet Shop toy, um, but in the trailer, the reveal, it definitely looked like one. It immediately I was like, "That's a Littlest Pet Shop gecko. That's a gecko from Littlest Pet Shop." You're doing good. That's good to hear, DJ. That's good to hear. Excuse me. Sorry. Goodness. Excuse me. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm curious if this trio will have secondary typing or not. I like the third over the second for the dog. The 3D over the second. Over the two. Sorry. I can read, I swear. The 3D over the 2D for the dog. Yeah, yeah. It looks much poofier in the 3D model. I also hope for this new game that they like just let the flying Pokemon like Charizard and stuff and Tropius like stand on the ground. I don't know if they did that in Scarlet Violet, but like the posing from the X and Y games for the stupid air battles in X and Y has like doomed Charizard to be stuck in the air for eternity, and I hope that they just give them some more animated animations, like give them more dynamic animations in combat and stuff. That'd be great, because like they showed the gameplay of XD Gale of Darkness, and a lot of those models are, I think, might just be from like Stadium 2 and stuff for some of them. Maybe they made a bunch of new models, but I would not be surprised if a lot of the ones in uh, um, the Coliseum games are just from the stadium games. But I don't know. They flew and landed in Scarlet Violet. Tropius did. Okay, because Tropius looked so silly for years. I felt so. That's good. That's good to hear. Hi Diamond, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm doing okay. We're yapping about the new Pokemon game that they announced. They showed off the the new starters, and the games are called Wind and Waves. So um, we're on another island, which is interesting. You're doing good. It's good to hear, Diamond. It's good to hear. What kind of smooches would you like, sweetheart? Would you like breathy smooches, slow smooches, fast smooches, a different kind of smooch than those three? Um, slow smooches, you got it. Oh, that's a prime emote. Okay, that's still there. Because I remember there's like the Pikachu from like Pokken. I don't know if that's still a global emote. Um, but yeah, that's cool. They moved to Pika Ramen. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that one. That one. That's what I was thinking of. Poke Pikachu. Oh, they made them Prime emotes. Okay. Oh, have they always been Prime emotes? And I've just seen people using them, and I'm like, oh, cool, Pikachu. But Pika Ramen was the one I was thinking of. That was a global emote. Hi, Coconut Killer. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Hope you're doing all right, sweetheart. We've been yapping about they announced a new Pokemon game, so we've been yapping about the starters and things.
Here's our smooches, Diamond. I'm doing good, Coconut Killer. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right, let me put on some chapstick. These smooches don't feel up to snuff. They don't. Hi, Grizzly. Hi. Thank you for being here. How you doing, sweetheart? Okay, sorry about that, Diamond. Hopefully these smooches sound a little better. I was not confident in those ones. 1 second. Sorry, burp. It's a burp. It's a burp. You're good. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. Yeah, it's better. I think my mouth was just a little dry too.
Thank you for the kind compliment earlier today, Grizzly. Thank you. That was very sweet of you. Just heads up, we have the next ad break in about 5 minutes. There's a very decent chance you won't get ads though, because this is an ASMR stream with a content label on it. So, but just heads up, just in case. 5 minutes.
Okay. We'll count down from 10 to 1 with some smooches, and then that'll be your smooches, Diamond. Thank you for the redeem, sweetheart. Thank you.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Thank you, Diamond. Hopefully those smooches were okay for you, sweetheart. Thank you for being patient with me. I appreciate it lots. There we go. Go follow Grizzly. He's a fellow bear. He's very sweet. I think he plays lots of Marvel Rivals, I think. There's too many people. I can't watch them all, but I think Grizz plays Marvel Rivals. I think. Or has streamed it before. But Grizz is very sweet. He's very sweet. Please give him some love. Sorry, bonked the mic earlier. Give me one moment. I need to blow my nose real quick. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. Another burp. Oh yeah, and Pokemon Pokopia, whatever it's called. Uh, you can like play co-op and go to other people's islands, like um, Animal Crossing, and you can build things. You do like terraform and stuff. And like in the trailer, they're like you can have 4 people or like 5 people. I don't remember. And then they build like a giant ditto out of purple blocks. It's like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So I don't think it's being made by Game Freak. I think it's somebody else, right? But what do I know? Nothing. Koi, okay. Someone said do Dynasty Warriors and Hyrule Warriors. Oh, okay. Neat, neat. Also, I watched. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Magic the Gathering set comes out this weekend, or next month, a couple days, and they released a commander deck, a pre-constructed commander deck with this set. They didn't do that with Spider-Man because the plan with Spider-Man was to be a smaller set like Assassin's Creed, and the epilogue boosters, but those flopped real hard. So they hurriedly turned the Spider-Man set into a standard legal set by adding a bunch of fluff to it, and then they probably didn't have time or wanted to make a commander deck for the Spider-Man set. But the Ninja Turtle set and the last Universes Beyond set was last December or whatever, November, with Avatar, the Airbender, not the blue people. The blue people, well, they kind of been cool. I don't know. But the Avatar set didn't have a commander deck. They had a commander bundle, which was like a bunch of booster packs and stuff, and a bunch of like commander staples, I think, to like build a commander deck. Where this Ninja Turtles deck is like 69.99 MSRP, and pre-sale that's all on the secondary market. It's already like $54. But it's got a bunch of like really nice dual land reprints, and the mana base isn't not too bad, and there's a bunch of nice reprints, and it's got a bunch of legendary creatures because there's like a bunch of variations of the turtles and April and Rocksteady and Bebop and Otherhead, Master Splinter, the Shredder, all this stuff. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Commander deck kind of works where you can play it, open it up, sleeve it up, and then play it out of the box. But there's a lot of like legendary creatures in there that would be very good as their own commanders and their own decks. Where in this the precon, they're just kind of there. Like if your opening hand is just a bunch of legendary creatures, they don't really like currently synergize with whatever commander you decided to put in the command slot out of the bunch out of the selection of all of them that you get in the deck. Because this deck seems to be pretty modular, in which turtles you put as your commander, or if you want to pair Rocksteady and Bebop from the Turtles and Through Time game because they're wearing like pirate outfits. It's kind of cool. um, but it seems like this commander deck is what the Avatar Commander bundle thing is, but just better, because you can play it on its own, or you can like take the deck apart, build a bunch. You have like 28 options for new commanders from the deck. Anyway, it actually seems kind of neat. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. If I ever see it in person at a game store, maybe for a decent price, I might pick it up. I don't know. I don't have any more sleeves. A lot of my sleeves are being used for the Pokemon Trick or Trade bundle draft cube. So, which we did sleeve on a stream. That took like 2 hours, just sleeving cards. I don't really have enough sleeves to sleeve up another commander deck right now. But yeah, it seems to be kind of good, this new commander deck. And it's not nearly as much as the commander bundle is. On the secondary market, the Turtles commander deck is like half the price of the Avatar commander bundle, which is just crazy. But I don't know if people like this deck. It's not good. We'll see if the deck increases in price or whatever. But because a lot of the stuff, cards, individual reprints, and the like Ninja Turtles full art, borderless art cards in the deck are like $28 each, but it is pre-release prices, so those are always inflated. So I imagine they'll go down in the next couple weeks and months, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. And then after, I don't even know what set comes out after Ninja Turtles. We're getting like a set every other month this year. We're getting 7 sets this year, which is just a ton. Um, I'm pretty sure they've said that 7 is going to be abnormal, and we'll go back to 6 next year. But it's a lot. It's a lot. At the end of this year, we're getting a um, Star Trek set, which just feels strange to me, but also Magic is really old. It's like over 30 years old now. So people that were playing Magic in like elementary and high school when it released are now, maybe they were big Star Trek fans and are Star Trek fans, and then they're like, okay, I don't know. I don't know much about Star Trek besides it's like there's like a lizard guy from that meme, uh, and he makes like a noise, and I what that noise is, I don't know. I've watched a bit of Star Trek. I think through like osmosis of my dad watching it, just because it was on the TV. So, but like it's not. Yeah, I don't know a ton about it. I know like the more recent Star Trek movies are like not very well liked. The J.J. Abrams movies are not super well liked, but I have no opinion on that. I don't know anything about Star Trek. And we're getting a um Marvel superheroes set. So it's not like a standalone superhero like Spider-Man. It's just Marvel heroes. So like Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, Hulk. Um, so because we were like, oh, they're gonna do the Spider-Man set, an Iron Man set, Hulk set, Black Panther set, and then maybe an Avengers set after all of those are out, and then we'll get and then um, but they're just ripping the band-aid off and giving us a set called Marvel Heroes or whatever. So because the Soul Stone card released with the Spider-Man set, they're like, oh, we're gonna get a set for each Soul Stone at least. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stones, 6 stones. Because is there one on the thumb? Is there a Infinity Stone on the thumb of the gauntlet? There's gotta be, right? I know there's one on the back of the hand, and then one under each like knuckle or something. I don't know. So maybe they will still do that, or we'll get like 6 of them. But like WizKids already does like Hero Clicks, right? Hero Clicks is a miniature tabletop miniatures game where you build a team of heroes using an amount of allotted points depending on like the scale of the game, right? If it's like a little skirmish, you get like 500 points or 300, and then you can scale up from there. It's like points for like Warhammer and stuff. And it's called Hero Clicks because it's little statues, little figures of superheroes and villains and random side characters on a little disc. In the bottom of the disc, it clicks. You can rotate it, and there's a little window on the top of the disc in front of the figure uh, that lets you see this dial. So you twist the dial whenever they take damage, and then it clicks. And when you click, and then everything at the window says KO, the hero's dead. The figure is removed from the game. Um, and I've played Hero Clicks before. Not in a long time. Um, I got a starter set that was like a bunch of Green Lantern fig characters with a rule book, and but it's old and it's too old. So a lot of the figures I have, I got a booster brick that's like a bundle of like 10 booster boxes, booster tubes or whatever. Where there's like 5 figures in one tube, and then you get 10 of those in the brick. And it was like the first thing I ever got with my first paycheck, with my first job. I think was a booster brick of the Incredible Hulk set. Um, and I remember the day it arrived, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna open this, and I was very excited. It's got a bunch of big Hulk guys. There's a bunch of Hulks, and um, in a brick, there's like chase figures. In the Hulk set, if you buy a booster brick or whatever, you're guaranteed one like uh, minion figure, and then there's chase figures. And I think you're guaranteed one every brick, maybe not. But it's this set was made around the time in the comics where like the leader or whoever like turned every superhero into a Hulk. So and the one I got was Cyclops Hulk, and the little figure just has his face exploding with lasers. Um so I got that guy. And then for Christmas one year, um, there was a Iron Man set, and I still think you can get that set for like dirt cheap. Maybe not as cheap as they did, as you were able to get it years ago. I think I was still in school. Um, maybe I was still in high school. Um, but no, I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been. So it was probably like 2019, maybe. Um, I asked for this Amazon listing was like a booster. It had the image of a booster brick of Iron Man, so like 10 tubes or whatever they're called. And I put that on my wish list, and then I got it for Christmas. But it turned out it was like a case of Iron Man for like $50. Like it was like stupid cheap. Maybe not $50, but it was stupid cheap for this amount of stuff. And I got it. It was like, what? I thought it was just a brick. And my mom was like, yeah, I thought it was too. So I have a bunch of the Iron Man figures, and I only got one chase from those, and it was Iron Man, but he's a cowboy or he's stuck in the Wild West, so he's got like chaps and fur chaps, and he's got a cloak and a bandolier with bullets in it, and he's pointing a rifle, handgun at somebody, or no, I think he's just holding out his palm, like Iron Man does. I think he's called Iron Hunter, something like that. And that was cool. That was fun. I don't remember if he's good at all, but like, so Wizards is all there's like people at Wizards of the Coast in Hasbro that are like experienced in like adapting Marvel. So at the very least, I don't doubt that the Marvel, at least I hope that this Marvel set will be good compared to Spider-Man, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think HeroClix is on nearly as popular as it's ever been, but yeah, there was a um, there's a YouTube channel called the Tabletop Teacher, and he will open like a booster pack of HeroClix figures and then go over each individual figure. And it's like, oh, this is cool because this actually like tells me what these do. I'm gonna read these because the instruction book, the rule book that I had was too old, and there had been like new abilities. So a HeroClix figure has 4 numbers in the little window on the dial. One is its HP or its defense value. Excuse me. It's like attack damage or how many dice you roll for its defense rolls and attack rolls. Give me burps. And then damage and stuff. And range and things like that. And the color behind these numbers and these colored squares tell you that figure has this ability on this click on this particular turn of the dial. And the instruction book I have does not have pink in it. So it's like, I don't know what the pink means. I don't know what that means. And so each HeroClix figure comes with the figure and a corresponding little card. And they're all like laminated or coated cards. They're not like magic cards or anything like that. Because they have to be able to like be bent. Because there's some HeroClix sets that are like in gravity feed boxes in like little poly bag things in a little plastic clamshell. So the card has to be able to bend and not snap or whatever, right? Still be usable when bent. Anyway, and the card tells you, oh, they have this color means this ability, and some of them have like their individual and like unique abilities denoted by like a white outline around the number, I think. Maybe it's no, I don't remember what color it is. But some of them don't tell you. Most of them don't tell you what that ability related to this color actually does. So it's kind of like magic cards where like from a new set that's like, here's this card has this ability, but it doesn't tell you what it's like. It has flanking, but the card does not tell you what flanking means, so you have to Google it. Or the cards haven't used flanking in a really long time. Flanking is I don't flanking in Magic, I believe if a creature attacks or attacks not by itself, it gives the other creature it's attacking with a +1/+1. I think that sounds flavor wise sounds right, but let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, there's a keyword ability that gives creatures that block a creature with flanking -1/-1, unless the blocker also has flanking. Okay, I was completely wrong. I remembered it had to do with counters. So if a creature with flanking attacks and then is blocked, the creature blocking it gets -1/-1 for that combat or till end of turn. So flanking creatures able to like smaller creatures with the flanking can still maybe beat over creatures bigger than them, or at least trade. Maybe. That's very interesting. I don't think flanking has been printed on a creature in quite a while. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I'm just yapping. We're just yapping. Um, so also something I don't know if it's weird, but um, it's surprising to me. So a couple weekends ago, um, one of the hand cam streams after one of the hand cam ASMR streams, the ASMR little ASMR video I recorded after that stream was just reading Wikipedia, and I don't remember what the Wikipedia article was for. Um, some dinosaur, I think. I think it was not very long, and that video will not slow down at all. In terms of its views. Like it's been consistently every morning. I check YouTube Studio to upload the last night's VOD and stuff. It's been consistent. Like the last 24 hours was like 300, or last 48. And I think yesterday it went down to 200 in the last 48 hours. So I was like, okay, it's slowing down. Okay, and then this morning it was back up to over 300, and I'm guessing it's because the thumbnail, the three random selected thumbnails from the video the YouTube gave me weren't great. But one of them, uh, I was like, oh, maybe this one will get more attention. And I wore fishnets that night. So, anyway, maybe that's why people are clicking on the video. Um, but it just keeps going. It's not slowing down at all, and I'm a little worried. Okay, it's slowed down over the course of today. Okay, okay. But the video's popped off. It's got 2.2 thousand views, which is crazy. It kind of it had a spike. Uh, on the 12th, it kind of climbed over the night of Wednesday, the following Wednesday, and then it kind of plateaued but climbed a little steadily till the 17th, and then it just whoosh, and it's now plateauing. It looks like it's hit a plateau. So I don't know. I hope people aren't getting ads on the video because it's not me putting them there. Anyway, I don't know. The video is doing numbers. Anyway, we're almost to 500 subs on YouTube, which is crazy because I remember there was just a long period of time where we sat at like 18 subscribers, and then we hit like 32 and sat there for a while, and then I, it feels so weird. It feels so weird also because like Twitch follows really only happen when I'm live. Some happen while we're offline, from like shout outs and stuff. So, but usually I'm like present when someone like follows on Twitch. Like, oh, thank you. YouTube is just like I open YouTube Studio, like, oh, that number is bigger than it was yesterday. So it feels a little like disconnected. I don't know if that makes sense. Sorry if you guys hear knocking sounds. Um, those are my sister's hamsters rolling around in the hallway in their hamster balls. And the hallway has hardwood flooring. So, uh, apologies if that's loud. I don't. Hopefully, it's not loud. If the mic's picking it up at all. What is that? Did you guys hear that clicking sound? I don't know what that was. Oh well. Oh well. Should we read some more of that? The Wikipedia article for dreams. I like that article a lot. Should we read some of it? Um. Oh, there's a little like Wikipedia gif of the Wikipedia puzzle globe sleeping in the corner, and he's dreaming of random royalty-free videos of like flowers and a guy riding a horse and plants and the earth and like the aurora borealis. That's pretty cute. That's cute. So where were we? Um, right. Okay. So we're in the middle of the section titled "Religious and Other Cultural Contexts" about the article. The Wikipedia article just titled "Dream," not dreams. Dream. I think we had gotten through the section about Christianity. Okay, so we're at the section in this section about Buddhism. In Buddhism, ideas about dreams are similar to the classical and folk traditions in South Asia. The same dream is sometimes experienced by multiple people, as in the case of the Buddha to be before he is leaving his home. It is described in the I'm going to butcher all these words and I apologize. I apologize in advance. Okay, that doesn't have a pronunciation guide. Mahivastu? We'll go with that. It is described in the Mahivastu that several of the Buddha's relatives had premonitory dreams preceding this. Some dreams are also seen to transcend time. The Buddha to be has certain dreams that are the same as those of previous Buddhas. The Tavastara states. I'm so sorry. In Buddhist literature, dreams often function as a signpost motif to mark certain stages in the life of the main character. Buddhist views about dreams are expressed in the Pali commentaries and the Milinda Panha. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean no disrespect. I'm just bad. I'm bad at pronouncing words. Other. In Chinese history, people wrote of two vital aspects of the soul, of which one is freed. Blah, 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 blah. In Chinese history, people wrote of two vital aspects of the soul, of which one is freed from the body during slumber to journey in a dream realm, while the other remained in the body. This belief in dream interpretation had been questioned since early times, such as by the philosopher Wang Chong. I'm so sorry, from 27 to 97 CE. The Babylonians and Assyrians divided dreams into good, which were sent by the gods, and bad, sent by demons. A surviving collection of dream omens entitled Iskar Zakiku records various dream scenarios as well as prognostications of which will happen to the person who experiences each dream, apparently based on previous cases. Some list different possible outcomes based on occasions in which people experienced similar dreams with different results. The Greeks shared their beliefs with the Egyptians on how to interpret good and bad dreams and the idea of incubating dreams. Morpheus, the Greek god of dreams, also sent warnings and prophecies to those who slept at shrines and temples. The earliest Greek beliefs about dreams were that their gods physically visited the dreamers, where they entered through a keyhole, exiting the same way after the divine message was given. Antiphon wrote the first known Greek book on dreams in the 5th century BCE. In that century, other cultures influenced Greeks to develop the beliefs that the souls left the sleeping body. The father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, 460 to 375 BCE, thought dreams could analyze illness and predict diseases. For instance, a dream of a dim star high in the night sky indicated problems in the head region, while low in the night sky indicated bowel issues. Galen 129 to 216 AD believed the same thing. Greek philosopher Plato, 427 to 347 BCE, wrote that people harbor secret repressed desires such as incest, murder, adultery, and conquest, which build up during the day and run rampant during the night in dreams. Plato's student Aristotle, 384 to 322 BCE, believed dreams were caused by processing incomplete physiological activity during sleep, such as eyes trying to see while the sleeper's eyelids were closed. Marcus Tullius Cicero, for his part, believed that dreams are produced by thoughts and conversations the dreamer had during the preceding days. Cicero's Somnium Scipionis described a lengthy dream vision, which in turn was commented on by Macrobius in his Commentary in Somnium Scipionis. Herodotus, in The Histories, writes, quote, "The visions that occur to us in dreams are, most often than not, the things we have been concerned about during the day." Close quote. The dreaming is a common term within the animist creation narrative of Indigenous Australians for a personal or group creation and for what may be understood as the timeless time, a formative creation and perpetual creating. Some indigenous American tribes and Mexican populations believe that dreams are a way of visiting and having contact with their ancestors. Some Native American tribes have used vision quests as a rite of passage, fasting and praying until an anticipated guiding dream was received, to be shared with the rest of the tribe upon their return. All right, now we are in the section titled Interpretation. Beginning in the late 19th century, Austrian neurologist Sigmund Freud, founder of psychoanalysis, psychoanalysis theorized that dreams reflect the dreamer's unconscious mind, and specifically, that dream content is shaped by unconscious wish fulfillment. He argued that important unconscious desires often relate to early childhood memories and experiences. Carl Jung and others expanded on Freud's idea that dream content reflects the dreamer's unconscious desires. Dream interpretation can be a result of subjective ideas and experiences. One study found that most people believe that, quote, their dreams reveal meaningful hidden truths, close quote. The researchers surveyed students in the United States, South Korea, and India, and found that 74% of Indians, 65% of South Koreans, and 56% of Americans believes their dream content provided them with meaningful insight into their unconscious beliefs and desires. This Freudian view of dreaming was believed significantly more than theories of dreaming that attribute dream content to memory consolidation, problem solving, or as a byproduct of unrelated brain activity. The same study found that people attribute more importance to dream content than to similar thought content that occurs while they are awake. Americans were more likely to report that they would intentionally miss their flight if they dreamt of their plane crashing than if they thought of the plane crashing the night before flying while awake, and that they would be as less likely to miss their flight as if they dreamt their plane crashing the night before their flight as if there was an actual plane crash on the route they intended to take. I hope it was a bunch of words about planes. Participants in this study were more likely to perceive dreams to be meaningful when the content of dreams was in accordance with their beliefs and desires while awake. They were more likely to view a positive dream about a friend to be meaningful than a positive dream about someone they disliked, for example, and were more likely to view a negative dream about a person they disliked as meaningful than a negative dream about a person they liked. According to surveys, it is common for people to feel their dreams are predicting subsequent life events. Psychologists have explained these experiences in terms of memory biases, namely a selective memory or occurrence accurate predictions and distorted memory, so that dreams are retrospectively fitted into life experiences. The multifaceted nature of dreams makes it easy to find connections between dream content and real events. The term veridical dream? Veridical. Maybe. Veridical dream has been used to indicate dreams that reveal or contain truths, not yet known to the dreamer, whether future events or secrets. In one experiment, subjects were asked to write down their dreams in a diary. This prevented the selective memory effect, and the dreams no longer seemed accurate about the future. Another experiment gave subjects a fake diary of a student with apparently precognitive dreams. This diary described events from the person's life, as well as some predictive dreams and some non-predictive dreams. When subjects were asked to recall the dreams that they had read, they remembered more of the successful predictions than unsuccessful ones. Interesting. And we have images and literature. We're almost done. There's like 4 sections left. Graphic artists, writers, and filmmakers all have found dreams to offer a rich vein for creative expression. In the West, artists' depiction of dreams in Renaissance and Baroque art are often related to biblical narrative, especially preferred by visual artists were the Jacob's Ladder dream in Genesis and St. Joseph's dreams in the Gospel according to Matthew. And then there's 5 paintings in the article. Many later graphic artists have also depicted dreams, including Japanese woodblock artist Hokusai, 1760 to 1849, and Western European painters Rousseau, 1844 to 1910, Picasso, 1881 to 1973, and Dali, 1904 to 1989. In literature, dream frames were frequently used in medieval allegory to justify the narrative. The Book of the Duchess and the vision concerning Piers Plowman are 2 such dream visions. Even before them, in antiquity, the same device had been used by Cicero and Lucian of of Samosata. Dreams have also featured in fantasy and speculative fiction since the 19th century. One of the best known dream worlds is Wonderland from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, as well as Looking Glass Land from its sequel, Through the Looking Glass. Unlike many dream worlds, Carroll's logic is like that of actual dreams, which transitions and with transitions, and flexible causality. Other fictional dream worlds include the dreamlands of H.P. Lovecraft's Dream Cycle and the Neverending Stories world of Fantastica, which includes places like the Desert of Lost Dreams, the Sea of Possibilities, and the Swamps of Sadness. Dream worlds, shared hallucinations, and other alternate realities feature in a number of works by Philip K. Dick, such as The Three Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch and Ubik. Of similar themes were explored by George Louis Borges. Borges? I don't know. Borges, for instance, in The Circular Ruins. Modern popular culture often conceives of dreams, as did Freud, as expressions of the dreamer's deepest fears and desires. In speculative fiction, the line between dreams and reality may be blurred even more in service to the story. Dreams may be physically invaded or manipulated. Dreamscape, 1984, The Nightmare on Elm Street films, 1984 to 2010, Inception, 2010, or even come literally true, as in The Lathe of Heaven, 1971. Lucidity. Lucid dreaming is the conscious perception of one's state while dreaming. In this state, the dreamer may often have some degree of control over their own actions within the dream or even the characters and the environment of the dream. Dream control has been reported to improve with practiced deliberate lucid dreaming, but the ability to control aspects of the dream is not necessarily for a dream to qualify as lucid. A lucid dream is any dream during which the dreamer knows they are dreaming. That's a lot of dreams. The occurrence of lucid dreaming has been scientifically verified. Oneironaut is a term sometimes used for those who lucidly dream. Oneironautics refers to the ability to travel within a dream on a conscious basis. Such a traveler in a dream may be called an oneironaut. In 1975, psychologist Keith Hearn successfully recorded a communication from a dreamer experiencing a lucid dream. On April 12, 1975, after agreeing to move his eyes left and right upon becoming lucid, the subject and Hearn's co-author on the resulting article, Alan Worsley, successfully carried out this task. Years later, psychophysiologist Stephen LaBerge conducted similar work, including using eye signals to map the subjective sense in times of time in dreams, comparing the electrical activity to the brain while singing awake and while dreaming. Studies comparing in-dream sex, arousal, and orgasm. Okay. Communication between two dreamers has also been documented. The process involved including EEG monitoring, ocular signaling, incorporation of reality in the form of red light stimuli, and the coordinating website. The website tracked when both dreamers were dreaming and sent a stimulus to one of the dreamers where it was incorporated into the dream. This dreamer, upon becoming lucid, signaled with eye movements. This was detected by the website, whereupon the stimulus was sent to the second dreamer, invoking incorporation into that dreamer's dream. That's kind of cool. You could like co-op lucid dreaming. That sounds neat, but also very complicated. Okay. Recollection. The recollection of dreams is extremely unreliable, though it is a skill that can be trained. Dreams can usually be recalled if a person is awakened while dreaming. Women tend to have more frequent dream recall than men. Dreams that are difficult to recall may be characterized by relatively little effect, and factors such as salience, arousal, and interference play a role in dream recall. Often, a dream may be recalled upon viewing or hearing a random trigger or stimulus. The salience hypothesis proposes that dream content that is salient, that is, that is novel, intense, or unusual is more easily remembered. There is considerable evidence that vivid, intense, or unusual dream content is more frequently recalled. A dream journal can be used to assist dream recall for personal interest in psychotherapy purposes. Adults report remembering about 2 dreams per week, on average, unless a dream is particularly vivid and one awakes during or immediately after it. The content of the dream is typically not remembered. In line with the salience hypothesis, there is considerable evidence that people who have more vivid, intense, or unusual dreams show better recall. There is evidence that continuity of consciousness is related to recall. Specifically, people who have vivid and unusual experiences during the day tend to have more memorable dream content and hence better dream recall. People who score high on measures of personality traits associated with creativity, imagination, and fantasy, such as openness to experience, daydreaming, fantasy proneness, absorption, and hypnotic susceptibility, tend to show more frequent dream recall. There's also evidence for continuity between the bizarre aspects of dreaming and waking experience. That is, people who report more bizarre experiences during the day, such as people high in schizotypy, psychosis proneness, have more frequent dream recall and also report more frequent nightmares. Dream recording machine. Recording or reconstructing dreams may one day assist with dream recall. Using the permitted non-invasive technologies, functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, and electromyography, EMG, researchers have been able to identify basic dream imagery, dream speech activity, and dream motor behavior, such as walking and hand movements. That's kind of cool. Miscellany. Illusion of reality. Some philosophers have proposed that what we think of as the real world could be or is an illusion, an idea known as the skeptical hypothesis about ontology. The first recorded mention of the idea was in the 4th century BCE by Zhuangzi. Sorry. Probably pronounced that incorrectly. And in Eastern philosophy, the problem has been named the Zhuangzi paradox. He who dreams of drinking wine may weep when the morning comes. He who dreams of weeping may in the morning go off to hunt. While he is dreaming, he does not know it is a dream, and in his dream he may even try to interpret a dream. Only after he wakes does he know it was a dream, and someday there will be a great awakening when we all know that this is a great dream. Yet the stupid believe they are awake, busily and brightly assuming that they understand things, calling this man ruler, that one herdsman. How dense! Confucius and you are both dreaming, and when I say you are dreaming, I am dreaming too. Words like these will be labeled the supreme swindle, yet after 10,000 generations, a great sage may appear who will know their meaning, and it will still be as though he appeared with astonishing speed. I guess that was a section of the Zhang Sui paradox, or a quote from Zhang Sui. I'm probably butchering his name. I apologize. You want a good boy, Diamond? You got it. Let me just finish this section real quick. The idea is also discussed in Hindu and Buddhist writings. It was formally introduced to Western philosophy by Descartes in the 17th century in his Meditations on First Philosophy. Okay. Let's get you a good boy, Diamond. How long have we been going? Oh, we're almost at 2 hours. So if there are any other trigger requests, please get those in soon. Smooches, good boy, good girl redeems, trigger requests, please get those in soon so I can get those to you. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till the handcam ASMR on Sunday. All right.
Diamond. Very good boy. Good.
Sorry, burp.
Diamond, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the stream. Thank you, thank you. It's always good to see you. Always good to see you, Diamond. You're a very, very good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Good. Good. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Good. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Diamond, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think it makes the world a better place, in my humble opinion, anyway. You're a very, very good boy. Good. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. 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 Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Diamond. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Hi, Gunther. How you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? Hello, hello. We have the final ad break here in probably 6 minutes or so. I didn't snooze tonight, so yeah, around there. So if there are any other trigger requests, yeah, there we go. 5 minutes on the counter, on the clock. If there are any other trigger requests, please get those in soon so I can get those to you. Otherwise, we'll continue reading the Wikipedia article. We're almost done. Absent-minded transgression. Dreams of absent-minded transgression, DAMT, damped, are dreams wherein the dreamer absently-mindedly performs an action that he or she has been trying to stop. One classic example is of a quitting smoker having dreams of lighting a cigarette. Subjects who have had damped have reported waking with intense feelings of guilt. One study found a positive association between having these dreams and successfully stopping the behavior. That's cool. You want a good boy, Gunther? You got it. You got it. You're fine, Diamond. You're fine. Okay, Gunther, good boy, and then some mouth sounds for Diamond. And then that'll probably take us to the end of the stream. Maybe. It doesn't seem like we have too many ASMR pals live today. I think it's just Neko Nibbles. Oh, Violet's live too. But I think it's just Neko Nibbles. Oh, okay. There's a couple people. Now that I'm actually looking here. We rated Neko Nibbles last time. So maybe we'll see. Let's look, see if there's anyone new. We can say hi. Sorry, my nose. Sorry. Sneeze. Oh boy. There you go. Fresh VTuber sneeze. Oh, Pupcats was live. I didn't realize Pupcats was live. Are we strobing in the ASMR category? We are. I can't see myself in the category. That's fine. That's happened before. Unless I'm just blind. Sorry guys, yeah, false man. Ugh. Okay, we can go say hi to Pupcats. We haven't rated Pupcats in a while. Pupcats is doing some. Oh, they're cleaning their keyboard. So we can go say hi to Pupcats. Pupcats' model is gorgeous. Okay, give me a second to blow my nose, and we'll get you your good boy, Gunther. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Stupid sneeze. Okay, let me know if you get hit with ads, Gunther. And if you do, we'll pick up your good boy redeem after the ad break. Otherwise, we'll just keep it going. The ads start in about 40 seconds. So just let me know if you get hit with ads, Gunther. Yeah. Thank you.
Gunther. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting and spending time with us on the stream. Thank you. It's always good to see you, Gunther. Always good to see you. You're a very, very good boy. Good boy, Gunther. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Gunther. Good boy. Oh, you're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Such a good boy. Yes, you are. Good boy, Gunther. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Gunther. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. A very, very good boy. Yes, you are, Gunther. Yes, you are.
All right. Thank you, Gunther. Thank you for the good boy redeem sphere. Thank you. All right. Now we need to get Diamond his mouth sounds. You're welcome, Gunther. You're welcome. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. It's always good to see you. All right. We'll do some mouth sounds. And then I think we'll finish the Wikipedia article and then we'll call it a night. We're almost done. We're very close to being done reading this article. All right. So just heads up, I'll be doing some mouth sounds. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, so please feel free to mute the tab, step away, go get a snack, get some water, brush your teeth. But be sure to come back so you can hear Pupcat's keyboard cleaning ASMR when we send the raid to Pupcats. Oh, Pupcats is this is a different Pupcats account. Okay. I didn't know Pupcats started a new one. All right. Sorry. 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 That was gross. That one came literally out of nowhere. I had no warning about that one. I'm so sorry. Goodness. Sorry. Anyway. Thank you for the mouth sounds redeemed, Diamond. Thank you, thank you. Hope those are okay for you. Alright, let's finish this Wikipedia article. Non-REM dreams. Hypnagogic and hypnopompic dreams, dreamlike states shortly after falling asleep and shortly before awakening, and dreams during stage 2 of NREM sleep also occur, but are shorter than REM dreams. You're welcome, Diamond, you're welcome. Daydreams. A daydream is a visionary fantasy, especially one of happy, pleasant thoughts, hopes, or ambitions imagined as coming to pass, and experienced while awake. There are many different types of daydreams, and there is no consistent definition among psychologists. The general public also uses the term for a broad variety of experiences. Research by Harvard psychologist Deirdre Barrett has also found that people who experience vivid dreamlike mental images reserve the word for these, whereas many other people refer to milder imagery, realistic future planning, review of memories, or just spacing out, i.e., one's mind going relatively blank when they talk about daydreaming. While daydreaming has long been derided as a lazy, non-productive pastime, it is now commonly acknowledged that daydreaming can be constructive in some contexts. There are numerous examples of people in creative or artistic careers, such as composers, novelists, and filmmakers, developing new ideas through daydreaming. Similarly, research scientists, mathematicians, and physicists have developed new ideas by daydreaming about their subject areas. Hallucination. A hallucination, in the broadest sense of the word, is a perception in the absence of a stimulus. In a stricter sense, hallucinations are perceptions in a conscious and awake state, in the absence of external stimuli, and have hallucinations are perceptions in a conscious and awake state in the absence of external stimuli, and have qualities of real perception, in that they are vivid, substantial, and located in external objective space. The latter definition distinguishes hallucinations from the related phenomena of dreaming, which does not involve wakefulness. Nightmare. A nightmare is an unpleasant dream that can cause a strong negative emotional response from the mind, typically fear or horror, but also despair, anxiety, and great sadness. The dream may contain situations of danger, discomfort, psychological or physical terror. Sufferers usually awake in a state of distress and may be unable to return to sleep for a prolonged period of time. Night terror. A night terror, also known as a sleep terror or pavor nocturnus, is a parasomnia disorder that predominantly affects children, causing feelings of terror or dread. Night terrors should not be confused with nightmares, which are bad dreams that cause the feelings of horror or fear. Deja vu. I've been in this place. Anyway. One theory of deja vu attributes the feeling of having previously seen or experienced something to having dreamed about a similar situation or place, and forgetting about it until one seems to be mysteriously reminded of the situation or the place while awake. And melatonin. Melatonin is a natural hormone secreted by the brain's pineal gland, inducing nocturnal behaviors in animals and sleep in humans during nighttime. Chemically isolated in 1958, melatonin has been marketed as a sleep aid since the 1990s and is currently sold in the United States as an over-the-counter product requiring no prescription. Anecdotal reports and formal research studies over the past 2 decades have established a link between melatonin supplementation and more vivid dreams. And then there's a bunch of see also this stuff related to dreams and references, and that's it. Okay. Anyway, give me a second to swap my headphones and we'll get the raid going here. We're gonna go say hi to Pupcats. It seems like Pupcats started a separate Twitch channel for ASMR streams, and then their older channel is for non-ASMR content. So, okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Just make sure I spell this right. There we go. Please give Pupcats some love. They're very sweet. Their model is gorgeous. And they're very cozy streamer. Please give them some love. Yeah. I will see you all tomorrow for some Power Wash Simulator. We're gonna work on the statue a bit more. And then some Handcam ASMR on Sunday. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves, get some food, get some water, brush your teeth, take your meds, take your vitamins, put on some cozy pajamas. It's still pretty cold out there. Stay safe, stay warm. I love you guys very much. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. I hope today was a cozy ASMR stream. We just kind of yapped a bunch again. We did read some Wikipedia. We finished the dream article, so it was a fun one. It was a fun one. Dreams are really weird and interesting. Um, sorry, burp. And again, sorry about burping in your ear. That burp had no warning; it just happened. I apologize. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Love you all very much. Bye bye. Please give Pupcats a follow. Please, please. They're very sweet. Bye bye.